Right, God. Something has arisen. I'm beginning to wonder how many more mornings I'm going to see, to be honest. Something was said to me over Christmas, and I'm not going to say who by, or so I really need to get this out here. I pondered for several hours, possibly 36 hours, how to do this, but I don't think suddenly I have the time to wait anymore. The council at Huntingdon, it would seem, have an invented solicitor called, you can check this out, they're called Wayland Smalley solicitors. A variation of it is Wayland Anthony Smalley. But they don't exist. There's no firm I can find of this name. Well, they don't exist. It seems very clear now, the way this council case is unfolded. Because I never could quite understand why there was a media blackout for a greedy council officer or a few greedy council officers stuffing a few grand in a year few grand in their pockets every year for a trading license or a market stall license. It's theft. There's no doubt about that. We always knew that. Because the money was never accounted for, but I couldn't, the stuff that does come out in the media, I mean, it's bigger, much bigger than that. Okay, it's been going on for 30 years and blah blah blah, but I can't really tell you how I know this. It does transpire that the year I started asking questions, which was 2009, about missing money, and well, it wasn't even missing money then, we didn't even know then what was going on, but initially it was about receipts not being issued for cash payments by the council. The year I started doing that, the following tax year, i.e. the beginning of 2010, the council changed external auditors. And the old auditors, who I'm not going to say the name, but well, you can look it up. But they seem to have plenty of contracts still in the surrounding area. So I don't think there's any particular reason why HDC would sack them, so to speak, and go looking for PricewaterhouseCoopers, who, as we know, lied about the law. And I've got to be honest, I always wondered why the Chief Constable was covering for them. I mean, no matter how long his career's been, no matter how many friends he had helping him up the ladder, it didn't seem worth risking all that, to be honest, did it? Really, if you think about it, Chief Constable. Why are they going to cover for a few council officers who are nicking a few thousand a year when there have been similar cases. One down in Somerset, I think it was, Cornwall, where the police did intervene. At this point, you have to decide whether I'm real or not. At this point, you have to decide how crazy I am, whether I'm making all this up, because I'm beginning to think I've got no idea. And if you decide to follow my side, then I'll appreciate that. But the one thing I will say is that at least I know that this is out there, and if I do disappear in a puff of smoke, maybe, you know, if you have disagreed with me, if you haven't believed me, maybe you can look back on this HDC, Huntingdonshire District Council, has no internal auditor. There was a plan to set one up, apparently, the details of which I don't really have to hand, but that information has been given to me. It never happened. There was a Freedom of Information request lodged by someone else, not me, to ask why it never happened and where the internal auditor was, which was never answered. Obviously, the police are on site covering for these people, and obviously, given the amount of emails, letters, etc., I've posted out, the Tory party fully approve of this fraud by the local council. I now believe that the local Tory party under John Major, their office in Huntingdon was laundering stolen money for the council, of course. And of course, with the council's accounts signed off every year, apparently perfectly, you know, no flaws whatsoever, why would anyone look? I mean, oh God. I didn't get into this for laundered money, you know. I didn't get into this for criminal enterprise, to find criminal enterprise. I got into this because there was receipts not being given for cash paid out, and we've known for quite some time there's been a media blackout on it. And really, with what I've just said, please just ask yourselves why there would be a media blackout on a few £1,000s a year being stolen. You know, regardless of whether it's been going on 30 minutes or 30 years. I'm hoping I'm seriously hoping this isn't my last transmission ever. And maybe I'm paranoid and blah 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 and all the rest of it, but I want to get this out tonight, and I want, you know, now. Because let's face it, we've got 30 years of missing money. We've got an invented solicitor who doesn't exist. We've got a bent police force. We've got a media blackout. I don't think, you know, I've had the police crime commissioner threaten me. I don't think it leaves much to the imagination, kids. So now, just please do what you think is right.